ja hautoo linnunmunasta olennon, niin se olento on ensin puoliksi lintu, puoliksi ihminen. Ja sitten mä tiesin, että me tarvitaan paras mahdollinen animatronic designer, joka tekee näitä. Ja mietin, että mistä mä sellaisen löydän, niin sitten mä googlasin hakusanoilla Best Animatronic Maker in the World. Ja sitten katoin, ja täältä löytyi tällainen Gustav Hoegen, joka on tehnyt muun muassa Star Warsia ja Alieneita ja vaikka sun mitä. Ja sitten huomasin, että siinä on mailiosoite ja kirjoitin Gustaville viestin, että Hello, I'm Hanna from Finland. I have a film. Can you make a puppet? Ja very low budget but good story. Ja Gustav vastasi ja innostui tarinasta niin paljon, että sanoi, että lähtee tähän mukaan.
They sent me some concept drawings of Alli, which I thought were great, very interesting. So once the sculpt was signed off, then the mold maker comes in. They make a fiberglass mold of the clay sculpt. Very stressful part was the actual pouring of the skin, because it's an extremely temperamental rubber. So it's very much hit and miss, and we only had a week to accomplish the whole puppet, the pouring. And by day 3, we still haven't had anything usable, you know. So all the arms had holes in it. The head kept collapsing, and by day 4, we started getting good skins after good skins after good skins. We hit that deadline just in time, you know, with a few hours to spare, so that was very pleasing. It's been handed from person to person, and every element is a specialist job. Nikki is a fantastic hair technician who came in later on in the project to come on set, and it proves how extremely important her contribution is, you know, to look after the puppet, because besides from it working well on set, it has to look great. The back of the head is packed with a lot of servo motors, some very heavy duty because it's a very big jaw. So the movements we have on this head is an eye blink, eyes moving, the lids follow the eyes when they go up and down, etc. Then obviously we have a jaw. I built brows here that can frown, but they can also move up and down. 2 paddles there that make a little sniffing motion. And then in the back here are 2 big servos that have cable loops around it that run into the tongue, that make the tongue curl around. And then at the base of the tongue, there are 2 smaller servo motors that move the base up and down. That combined with a curling motion makes it look quite organic. I'm used to having like lips that you can animate, and obviously this is just a beak. So there's not a great deal you can do with that. So that was quite a challenge to give a bird head expression. So if you look at birds, it's all in the eyes more than anything. The neck is just a very simple tube to keep it very flexible, because birds' necks are extremely flexible. Hand, which is also fully animatronic. These 4 fingers only need 2 motors to operate it, and then 1 little motor to operate the thumb. The wrist is just on a rubber joint. This is on a hinge joint. This is on a rubber joint. The belly part, again, it's a solid rubber tube with loads of discs to maintain the shape. Moving to the hips, again, rubber joints, bridging fiberglass tubes onto hinge knees, and all the limbs have mounting points so we can attach rods wherever we need to operate it. The feet do nothing because they would get ruined because they get stomped on so much. There's always things that could be a bit better, a bit of touching up here. So no, I never consider any animatronic finished. I always look back on it and go, "Ooh, should have done that a bit better, or that could have been nicer." But at one point you have to step away from it. It looks like a tiny creature, but there's so much involved, you know, organizing the people, being on time, having a crate built, sending it to Latvia. There's a lot to it. The challenges are that we do our setups as quick as possible, and that nothing during shooting goes wrong. Like say a motor inside the head could burn out, which sometimes happens with servos, and that would mean I have to get in there to change it, and that is quite a time-consuming part. So literally my biggest worry when I'm on set operating is gets that happening. So every morning I feel the nerves, mainly because of that. That though is for every animatronic technician is the scariest part. After every project, I swear I never want to do it ever again. But then you wait a few weeks, and obviously you got to make your money, and then somehow I get excited again. And I still think I get my best kicks if the animatronic just moves very beautifully and lifelike.
And 3, 2, 1.